Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yesterday, we learned about another serious environmental tragedy in the Wood Buffalo region. The impacts on migratory birds are only one of the many threats that toxic tailings lakes pose, and yet this government has allowed them to already cover 170 square kilometres, and they're growing as I speak. To the Minister of Environment, why won't this government take real action to force companies to stop the growth of tailings lakes and eliminate them as soon as possible?
The Honourable Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I would suggest that the honourable member should have a look at the facts. The facts are that we are taking real action, and the evidence is in the retirement of Suncor's Tailing Pond Number 1. Directive 74 clearly enunciates the responsibility of industry to implement technology that is going to severely restrict the growth of tailing ponds in the medium term, and reduce the overall tailing pond legacy in the longer term.
The honourable member.
Well, Mr. Speaker, given that at best the ERCB Directive 74 will see toxic lakes grow well beyond 1 trillion litres of toxic waste, and that they will be with us for at least another 50 years, that's in the directive, and given that the ERCB has waived its weak need measures 7 out of 9 times in the last year and a half, why won't the Minister of Environment admit the truth that his current half-hearted measures will never get rid of these toxic lakes?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I won't admit it because it's not true. The fact of the matter is, Mr. Speaker, that the ERCB has not, as this member characterizes, waived the directive. What they have done is allow for additional time to implement. But let's be absolutely clear to all members in this House and to all Albertans. It is a complete commitment on the part of the government and the part of the ERCB to implement Directive 74, and it will happen, Mr. Speaker.
Member.
Well, Mr. Speaker, since this government's paltry penalty scheme has done nothing to force industry into cleaning up the ponds and keeping wildlife away, and since industry's job is to make money for their shareholders, while government's job is to ensure jobs, people, water, air and wildlife are prioritized and protected in that process, will this government commit to throw out Directive 74 and bring in meaningful requirements that force industry to eliminate the toxic lakes and that they enforce fully?
Well, Mr. Speaker, we've been engaged over the past 4 months on developing a tailings management regime that will do in essence what the member is asking for. No, we're not going to throw out Directive 74, but by no means, Mr. Speaker, should anyone assume that Directive 74 is the be-all and end-all. It clearly is not. We are committed to constantly improve the performance of this industry, and we will do so.